Hello and welcome to another scene of Unmask Orlando. Tonight we're going to find ourselves in Insomnia, the BDSM club where many of our kindred are, frequenting. And there we will see, let me switch the thing, Alexander Diamond with young Emma sitting at a booth, catching up, you know, having a drink, a blood drink.
Emma smiles. She probably got here a few minutes ago only, and she'll smile. So, how have you been?
Honestly, I've been better.
What's up?
Well, I don't believe you have met the Giovanni Don here in Orlando, but
Mm,
I'm hearing that your mother actually might have known him. Eve,
yes, she told me to watch out for
yeah,
him.
Eve knew him. Suffice to say, he's not a very pleasant presence.
Giovanni rarely are, from what I've heard.
What?
Giovanni rarely are, from what I've heard.
Yes, this particular one is, yeah, among the worst, I'd say. But anyway, he made certain threats towards a member of my clan, and we can say we clashed in a way, verbally. I'm not particularly happy at the moment.
Can I ask what he said?
He requested the prince to give him destruction rights over a fledgling of my clan.
Shit.
Apparently, he thought that she belonged to him and was taken from him, like she's an object or something. And of course,
Okay, so when is
and of
he?
course, he offered them the soul of Marcus in exchange.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, so let's say I'm not very happy about the Giovanni right now, and I'm not really happy about the Tremere right now. Mm.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know how much I can really say. I mean, I can trust you, but let's say even walls have ears, and at the moment, let's say I'm very
Inshallah.
displeased with everything, everyone involved, if that makes sense.
Is your clanmate alright?
For now, but we have been given an ultimatum, not us, the Tremere, that they have to find her sire, break their bond, and then give her to him for 3 days. And I intend
They
to
can't wait.
make it as difficult for them to do this as possible.
And if it doesn't work, if they can't do it,
I don't know. But if they can't do it, that's their problem, not mine.
I mean, if they can't do it, he might try and get himself and her sire.
Well, he had agreed not to. He even took a blood boon from the priest. And yet he still came and asked for her.
I guess that's when there's weird ass looking fellows start going into the club and he goes to the bar.
That's a new guy.
Uh, he he doesn't seem to if you're are there any mirrors or anything shiny in the club or whatever?
Probably.
I guess if you I don't know if you guys would notice, but this guy doesn't seem to be he doesn't seem to have any reflections.
Well, would we even notice the guy? I mean,
Mm,
appearance too.
probably not. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably not.
But
Yeah, because you guys
he
are
will
fucking
definitely notice us. I mean,
probably, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, at 4 is already high enough to be like a moral. So you've got
Yeah,
like this.
yeah.
goddamn. Uh, basically, what he's going to do is going to get a drink from the bar and ask that I heard you people serve this beautiful drink and blah blah blah, and then he will notice you two and he will walk up to you two.
Like a creep.
Well, God damn it. Why you want me not to walk up there? Anyway,
Well, now you have to commit to it, man. Like, yeah.
oh damn it, I have to
Yeah.
commit to it. I guess he's gonna walk up to you two and say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Um,
Hmm. Might I ask, are you? How can I put this very
carefully.
actually? Hmm. Hmm. You see, I have heard a description of you and told me to probably stay away. But well, it seems very fun. So, are you happen to be what was it? Something Diamond Alex something?
Who told you that?
Well, there was this apparently happening about a very angry Bruja who, let's just say, that should be avoided for now because, well, there's something happening with some very
First of all, who are you? Second of
lovely
all,
Italians.
who told you about me?
Oh, I am Salvador. I am Salvador Torres del Toro at your service. I
Yeah,
am.
let's skip to the second part of the question, which interests me a lot more, to be honest.
Hmm. It feels like you are very interested in it. So I will just say that it is a rumor going on in the hotel right now. I thought it was very interesting.
I don't like being the center of rumors. And by the
Ah,
way, if you were advised not to approach me due to danger, why did you do that anyway? May I ask?
maybe I like danger, and it is interesting. You only ever get one life. Might as well use it in amusing ways.
Yes, very amusing
I mean,
indeed.
do you?
Well, I just wanted to meet some new people. After all, I've been lounging around it very boring. How do you say this? Hotel for so long.
Is there a reason why you're at the
Uh,
hotel for so long?
let's just say it. for my own safety, apparently.
Hmm.
Anyway, it is very nice to meet you. Puts his hand up for a
Yeah,
shake. You can
Alex will
take it or not.
shake, and she will say, that remains to be seen." But she will like give a very firm grip. There's like, yeah, she's strong.
Hmm. Yeah, you can also tell that he's strong. You can tell that there's some importance in there, but he's not putting much any than you. He's just trying to match your
Hmm.
grip.
Anyway, this here is Emma Martin.
He's going to do the same for you, Emma. Shake your hand.
Yeah, sure I can. She doesn't have potency. She's a
Yeah.
neonate.
Ah, I mean, it would be rude since I already know what clan you are, so it's only fair. I am of clan lasombra. Well, I guess it would be anti-trivia now.
Oh,
Can see him
I
smiling.
see. Quite a few defectors lately.
Hmm. Yes. To be fair, I did defect when, I guess 3 months ago. Quite a long time now. Well,
3 months
still
is
not
not a long
long.
time. 3 centuries is a long time.
Hmm. That is fair. What about you? He looks at Emma. Of which clan does this young beauty hail from?
I'm
Oh, let me guess. You are a Toreador.
yes.
Ah,
Uh,
Toreadors. Ah,
I'm chowder of the iron rice.
I'm gonna roll for that.
Yeah, could
Intelligence
be,
plus
No,
occult, right?
plus kindred lore.
Oh,
could be, it could. Well, we don't have an STC here, so we'll just say normal diff. But could be lower diff too, because the Sabat don't like her.
mm, ooh, I would probably know that. But yeah.
She,
Uh,
she-
mm,
yeah. No, in the plot that
Oh,
I wrote, there
maybe
was
roll kindred roll and Sabbat lore then, and see what you can get from each. I think that would make
okay.
yeah.
sense.
This is this is kindred lore.
Well,
Uh,
okay.
fuck, I got two on kindred lore. Let's see what my Sabat
Yeah,
lore
so you probably
is.
have heard the name.
Yeah, this is for the Sabat lore. Two successes as well.
Yeah.
Well,
At least for the Sabat law, I'd say you know that in the 1930s, in it was in yeah Bordeaux. There was a guy that was supposed to be that was
Well,
a
I don't think that with two successes he would know specifics. He would probably have heard the name
let's just say,
yeah
as an
yeah.
enemy of the Sabbat, like and not more and no more information than that. So she would know that it's an enemy of the
yeah
Sabbat. Yeah.
probably. Probably.
Ah, I have heard of your sire.
So
A
I'd say yeah
very,
she probably knows she took a city from the Sabbat.
mm,
Yeah.
I have heard of your sire before. A very interesting individual, I
Yeah.
suppose.
So by that information, I guess you can understand that you're not to mess with her.
Who said I am here to mess with anyone?
I don't know why you're here, sir.
Sightseeing.
Hmm.
I've heard of this place from someone called Samuel. He is mm, a Nosferatu.
I don't believe I've met them.
I haven't met many Nosferatu.
Well, they're not very
Well, the
social
first
types, I
time,
suppose.
the first time I ever got out of my lovely bedroom was to meet with a Nosferatu. Two of them, in fact.
Interesting.
They were lovely people.
I'm wondering what
They can be.
business they had with you.
Well, Sabat stuff. What else?
Hmm. And may I ask why you left the Sabbat? at such a convenient time?
Who's convenient? Explain. I see where you're going. Oh, don't worry. I helped with that, you know. Well, it probably wasn't that much of a help, but I still helped.
This
Even though
wasn't
I
my question, however.
I would rather not tell you what my reasoning for that is because well, it's very personal. I will tell you though that I am very hated in the Sabat right now. Both the Tzimitzi and the La Sombra want to kill me.
Hmm.
They even put up a very gracious bounty on my head, which is I find it very amusing. It is very flattering.
Flattering isn't the word that use, but anyway, that's besides the point.
Mm. Am I bothering you? I can leave if I'm being how do you say what's the word? A creep.
Well, let's say your introduction wasn't the best introduction I've had so far.
Pardon my manners. It's just that I've been cooped up in a very dingy hotel room for the past 3 months, and
I'm
let's just say
really
I'm
not
very
interested in hearing
rusty.
excuses, sir. If you want to stay, stay. If you want to leave, leave. In all honesty, it's the same to
Well,
me.
well, and that if that's the case, then I would like to stay and socialize. I'm getting very rusty at talking with people.
Fair enough.
This is Alexandra Diamond. She just smiles. This is Alexandra Diamond. She's extremely sassy. She smiles.
uh,
And Alex will move from where she sits and go across and sit right next to Emma, like protectively on the outside of the booth. So Salvador can sit where Alex was sitting, pretty much.
yep. Thank you very much. Uh, I've heard that the owner of this lovely place is a beautiful toreador. Would she happen to be your sire? He looks at you, Emma.
No, my sire is in Bordeaux.
Ah, such a pity. I would have loved to meet her. Or him. Probably a her.
Her.
Or is it a him?
Her.
I don't know if
Ah.
she would be happy to meet you.
These days, no one is happy to meet me. Ah, still, though, quite amusing. Ah, well, your new city is very welcoming, I will say the least.
Well, sometimes too welcoming, perhaps, but it's not my place to say.
Ah,
And no, that wasn't necessarily directed at you.
oh, do not worry. There is many things in the city that I've noticed. Like, for example, how a werewolf seems to be okay with vampires,
Not all
or
vampires,
excuse me,
not all kindred.
kindred in a lovely place. Even though he wanted to rip my throat out, I'm pretty sure, but still very amusing.
So
Never
you have
seen
met
anything like it.
Alexei.
Yes, it's a very beautiful bastard, amusing bastard.
I would watch how I refer to him if I were you.
Mhm.
Oh, do not
Call him.
worry,
I don't think anyone
you're not.
appreciates being called a bastard.
Yeah.
Well, I guess only me. Ah, how
Oh.
very sad. Ah, tell me, what else should a sightseer see in this place, in the city?
That depends what really interests you.
Well, a lot of things interest me, but don't suppose the ocean would be near the city, so that's out of the question. So, what else would be interesting?
Hmm. Hard to say. I don't know what it is that you would want to see, honestly. Every person is different.
Well, places of interest for our kind. Well, excuse me, you're. Well, I guess in the end we're all the same. So our kind. What would interest our kind?
Are you suggesting that everyone of our species, let's say, has the same tastes? Because I can assure you this is not the case.
Uh, that is. I guess let me phrase that. Rephrase that. What would be of interest for a kindred in this city? Like this place, for example. It is very interesting.
Yes, but it's not up everyone's alley, let's say. It's for particular tastes.
Well then, what is the taste of your calibers you find interesting in the city?
Well, as you can see, I am here. There are many things that interest me.
Such as? He's leaning on the table.
Well, like driving around with no particular purpose.
Ah,
I also like walking.
that is very fun.
And I'm sure since you've heard rumors about me, you've heard about other things I like, but this is not a matter I would like to discuss with you.
Fair enough. Uh,
And she will look towards Emma, just like, don't go there, kind of thing. Kind of look like, don't.
I wasn't gonna go there.
Emma, I think I know you well
I
what
enough.
wasn't.
about
I wasn't. I mean, no offense. And she'll look to him. No offense, but I mean, he's not pretty enough.
Well, that's not really the point here, my dear. At least not to me, but anyway, let's not. And she will give Emma a squeeze.
Salvador's gonna pull out a cigarette pack and goes, "Do you mind if I
No, please, go ahead. I do enjoy one myself.
He's going to offer it to you after he puts a cigarette in his mouth.
I have my own, thank you. And she
Okay.
will reach in her
He's gonna
purse
light.
and get out a cigarette case, diamond encrusted, of
Yeah.
course.
Of course, so
So
extra.
extra.
Uh,
And open it, pull out a
uh,
cigarette, and light it with a nice
yeah,
Zippo.
Salvador's going. Uh, so I was gonna say Salvador was gonna offer to light
Okay,
it with a
he can
Zippo.
light it, whatever.
Yeah. Well, what about you, my dear? What is your interest in this beautiful city? He looks at Emma.
I like to come here. And the owner of here also has another place
Hmm.
that's well more, let's say, mainstream that I like
Hmm.
to go to.
Ah, that sounds interesting. Care to elaborate?
Just a normal club, not BDSM. And I also like to go to the beach and walk.
Yes, that is. Ah, maybe I will accompany you there someday. Walks by the beach is very calming for La Sombra.
Hmm.
Hmm. There are a few kindred here who, well, I'm not sure would shall think take kindly to you and me. Well, me being alone with you till you've proven that you're
Yeah, I
not.
can already think of
Uh,
one. And she will
we
kind of
can bring
glare
our dear
at
friend here.
Salvador saying that.
Yeah. I sure hope you're not looking at into his eyes. Uh,
No, I'm glaring at him so he understands that
yeah,
you
yeah.
mess with him or you mess with me, pretty much.
Mm. Well, you can come along too. The more the merrier, as my sire used to say.
Hmm. As if I would take the word of Sabat.
A
Well,
betrayer?
no, your sire.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. I would gladly, please do not sully the words of my sire. Anything but that. He's gonna give you a blank look on his face and just look at you.
Are you meaning to tell me that your sire is not Sabat?
Not anymore. Let's just say that.
So, does your sire defunct with you?
No. Mm, she is with the abyss now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It is. It is okay.
I'm guessing. Okay, I'm guessing that has something to do with you leaving.
We can say that. Well, you said you like driving places. He looks at Alexandra.
Yes, what of it?
Uh, this might be very forward of me, but would you like to accompany me on a random drive? I have been itching to use my car for a very long time, and I really would not like to get lost.
I don't know if I was clear enough. I said I like
Ah, yes,
driving, I don't like being driven.
you can drive it. I believe it's very illegal here in America, this car. So I don't know if the police would. Huh, that is a very
What kind of
curious
car
thing.
are we talking about?
Uh, fuck, I forgot what car it is.
God damn it,
Crap,
Bullet!
let me go to machine. Let's
You
see.
suck on
Let me just
37 different
scroll.
levels, dude.
Oh, shut up. It's a GTR R34, a Skyline Nissan. Apparently, has something to do with how the engines could not keep up with it. The police engines or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think I'll pass. I much prefer
Ah,
my Corvette.
oh well. Mm.
Not to mention that I really don't know you. And I'm not in the
Well, that's
habit
why I'm
of
asking.
getting in cars with strange men.
Well, I suppose I do count as a strange man.
Very much so.
Uh, hmm.
However,
Would
I
you
can
have
offer to buy you a map of the city if you wish. That might be helpful.
that would be incredibly useful. I would gladly accept your generosity.
Fine then. And she will take out her phone and send a message.
Wait, how do you know what the fuck his number is?
What?
How did you know what his
Oh
number
no, I'm
is?
not sending a message to him. She's sending a message to her assistant to get a map and bring it
Oh,
here.
good, 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 good. Uh,
Why would she even want to text you? Come on.
I don't know. Hmm.
So you said you helped. What exactly did you do during the whole, you know, taking of the city?
Well, I basically stole the lasombra and the meat thief money. It was very fun. A whole lot of planning.
A thief then. A
Mm.
thief and a
I
traitor.
guess you could say
Hmm.
so. A thief and a traitor. The great betrayer.
Yeah, not a perfect basis to start, new life, certainly, but guess it could be worse.
Could be worse. I could have stolen it from someone else, a different plan, but I didn't.
Hmm.
Ah,
There are some things that you better not say. One of them is
yes,
is the thing you just said, so let this be a warning.
yes. I've been getting a lot of those warnings lately, especially from someone called Serenity. I think she is from Clan Tremere.
Yes.
Very lovely person. She reminds me of my sire, how she wanted to gut me.
Mm, you are indeed strange.
Hey, being strange is very fun.
Hmm, I guess so.
Haha.
Is there any actual help that you can provide when it comes to Sabbat? I mean, at the moment, not in the past.
Well, I don't know if I should be saying this, but well, a lot of people already know about it, so I am helping this Nosferatu that I have told you about, which you do not know, find more things about the Sabbat, and I think it will be very fun.
I think that fun would be the wrong word for it. It's not fun, necessarily.
Well, not for you, but for me, it is very fun. Ah,
I guess maybe you can't help it because I've heard this kind of reasoning from another member of your clan.
another member of my clan.
I don't know what
You know,
I
another
don't know what
lasombra.
happened to him honestly, and I don't really care. He wasn't one of my favorite people.
Such a pity. I would have loved to ask him some very curious questions.
Well, I don't think he would reply to you without getting something out of it, so there's that.
I have many ways to make people talk, many kindred as well, I suppose.
Interesting.
Plus, my question isn't that very weird. I merely want to know if he was ever been in Mexico. In Mexico.
Mm,
I doubt he's. Would he be old enough to have lived through
I don't
1920s,
know his life story
do you
because I was
think?
never very interested in him. I just know that he gave me
Alas.
really bad vibes. Worse than you, in fact, so I
And I.
guess you're ahead on that
That's,
department, but still. Thin ice?
I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Mm, I wouldn't go that far.
No, hey, how I take it is on mine alone.
Indeed. You can live your own delusions.
Mm-hmm. Uh, would you happen to know if there are any others of my ilk in Camarilla in the city?
As far as I know, there's no one else at the moment.
I don't think so, no.
Such a pity. Uh,
Well, how have you been adapting to the new rules?
hmm,
How long have you
it
been
is
in the Sabbat, if I may ask?
all my undeath and life, whatever it is you call.
Yeah, I was mostly asking how long has that been?
Hmm, that is a question I don't want to answer. Let's just say for a very long time.
Oh, believe me, that does answer a lot more than you think.
Well, good for you then. I get to say nothing and you get to get something out of it.
Hmm. Indeed.
Also, the answer to your if I'm going well, let's just say in the Sabbat I was one of the people who took care of finances and people. So I wasn't really in the whole murdering people. Well, I still did some
Didn't you just
stuff,
say
but
taking
not
care of
as worse as.
finances and people? Isn't taking care of people like a euphemism for, you know, taking care of people? Or
What?
am I mistaken?
What I'm trying to say is, I. How should I put this? I am not one of the worst, but there are worse than me, I suppose.
Well, the bar there isn't very high though. So,
No, it is
if
not.
people have
I,
reservations, I believe it's, well, quite logical to do so.
just know that I will not do any harm to you or your friends or anyone in the Camarilla unless they are part of the Sabbath or were in Mexico at a
Well,
date.
I didn't remember expressing any concern of that. After all, I'm pretty
Well, people
confident
tend
in my
to.
abilities to defend myself and those that I care about.
Well, good then. Then you certainly have nothing to worry about.
Exactly.
Uh, I feel very antsy for some reason. Like there's a big veil of shroud around me.
Well, I can't say I can understand how that must feel because I haven't been in your position.
Uh, I guess it kind of feels like what would be a good analogy. Hmm, I can't think of anything. Like throwing a bull in the. No, that would not make sense. Well, I can't think of any, so. uh,
I don't know, like throwing a
I
baby naked
should
in
be
the
gone.
woods, perhaps?
that might work.
Well,
Let's never do that. She'll smile.
indeed.
But I should go. Eve wants to see me. It was nice seeing you again.
It was nice seeing you as well, my dear. I hope we can catch up a bit more, but give my regards
Hopefully.
to Eve and Brannon.
I will.
And
And Salvador,
and one more thing.
I'll see you
Tell
around.
Brannon that
Yes,
Goodbye.
I would like to see him, if possible.
I'll tell him. And she'll trottle off. See you guys.
Bye.
Goodbye. But a very kind child, I suppose. Is that the word you use? Child?
Yes,
Eh.
I have to give you this warning once, and only once. I tend to be very
Go on.
protective when it comes to neonates, so be very,
Why does it feel like this is the third time I've heard
be
this
very
warning?
mindful of your conduct around them.
If it makes you feel any better, this is not the first time someone has smartened me of so.
Have you met Mr. Hunt then?
Yes, quite a lovely fellow. He has a very serious name.
Indeed. Well, then you
Ah,
know that it's not just me and it's not just him.
I made sure to tell everyone that I seek no harm to the neonates unless they are Sabat.
Well, you know,
I wish no one harm
regardless of your
unless they are
intentions,
Sabat.
if you are as hated as you say you are, being around them might put them in danger. And this is something that I cannot allow and I cannot tolerate.
Hmm, that is very much
So you
true.
might want to forget about
I
any
haven't.
alone time with any of them.
I never thought of that, to be honest. That is. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I will now tread carefully where I stand, where I step, whom I hang out with.
In any case, after we deal with your former associates, let's say, then we may discuss your socializing. Until then, I'm afraid you don't have many choices. I guess it depends on what the prince allows you to do and what not, but as far as neonates are concerned, I would appreciate it if you just keep your distance for the time being. Are we clear on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'll hold you to your word.
Hmm. I was gonna say something very stupid, but then I thought about it some more, and it would probably beat the shit out of me right here, right now, if I said something very stupid. So
You
I'll just hold
assume
my
way too
tongue.
much.
Sorry, could you repeat
You
that?
assume way too much.
Oh, but assuming is very fun. You can either
The
be
fact
correct.
that
It's
I'm a
like
Bruma
gambling. You
doesn't mean that everything I hear will drive me into a frenzy. As a matter of fact, I do have quite a thick skin, and there are very few things that will tip me off.
well, I know some of them now at least, so I know where to tread.
Exactly, I think it's very clear, especially if you're hearing rumors. And by the way, speaking of
Yeah.
rumors, what exactly are these rumors that you're hearing? I'm very interested.
Well, let's just say you got very angry because a certain Italian man came to take one of your children.
That's close enough, I suppose. Although it wasn't my child, it's a fledgling of my clan.
Hmm. You know, in the Sabbat, well, not entirely all of the Sabbat, just in my clan in general, if you could not swim, they'd let you drown.
Well, we're not your clan.
And I am very, how should I say, happy about that. A lot of very interesting finds.
To be honest with you, your opinion on the matter is not really needed or matter.
Eh,
But I'm really curious what was that stupid thing that you were about to say.
well, you'd have to beat the shit out of me to get it out of me now.
Funny thing to say, considering the venue.
Yes, very hilarious.
Not to mention that would be way too easy.
Easy. What makes you say so?
Huh. Let's say I just know how to use the tools that you see around here.
Ah, that seems very enjoyable and not very scary at all.
Not to mention that there are other ways I could make you tell me, but I have respect for someone else's domain, so I will not reduce myself to that.
Are you going to use those Bruja charms that I have been hearing so much about?
And what exactly have you been hearing exactly?
Oh, it's like pheromones from what I've heard.
Not really. No, that's not what I would call them.
Ah,
But from what I see,
and what would you call them?
hmm, definitely not pheromones.
Oh, it is your ability, he air quotes, so I will trust you.
So by not saying, you're pretty much telling me that you're a coward.
Mm, if you want to put it that way, why not? You are free of your own opinion.
Well, since your reasoning for not telling me was because I would kick your ass for it, then that's how I can take it. I don't see any other way I could take your words. Unless you want to rephrase that.
Well, I did promise amount of people that I promised not to cause any disturbance or any harm to anyone or to get the
How
others
is how is
riled up.
asking a question causing a disturbance or harm? Help me out here because I'm not really getting
Well,
it.
hmm, I'm trying to look for words that will work for diplomacy, but mm,
Okay, let me roll something here.
for fuck's sake, fuck you, mate. What are you doing? For fuck's sake, mate.
Ah,
Uh,
okay.
yeah,
Oh, you're so
oh,
fucked because
oh
that's not
no.
6 successes,
Yes,
that's
I am.
8 successes because I have specialties. So pretty much I'm trying
Yep.
to inspire you to talk to me.
Wait. Oh wait, right. It's one of
Yeah.
those
No, it's
wouldn't
it's not
know
a
about.
presence. It's not a
Yeah.
discipline. That's straight up
Oh,
skill.
what is
That's
it?
charisma leadership, man.
Charisma literally. Is there anywhere I can combat it?
Uh mm, huh. Maybe with the same role?
Charisma leadership?
Yeah. Or which
Uh,
leadership? I don't know, man. But
hmm,
good luck.
empathy?
Nope. That has nothing to do with empathy.
Ah, fuck it. It's an 8 even, so I won't. It's an 8, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I won't be able to beat that shit.
So I try to, in a friendly manner, force you to open up about what you were going to say.
God damn it! God damn you! God damn you, woman! Uh,
Come on, I don't get to use it that
oh,
much, so help me out here.
shit. Uh, okay, out of character. I kind of forgot what I was going to say, so I'm also fucked here.
Get them.
Let me think something that would offend you.
Why are you
Uh,
such a fucking idiot? God.
look. It's fucking 12 a.m.
No excuses, man. No excuses. Just
Uh-huh.
come up with something. I don't care.
Okay. Well, I was going to make fun or make a very terrible joke about your current situation.
Current situation is in.
Well, the one with the Italiano.
What about it? As far as I'm concerned, that matter is over.
Well, see, it wasn't so bad, I guess, after all. uh, so, where is that map?
I'll let you know. She will take her phone and make a call. We'll be here in 5 minutes. In the meantime,
I thought I'd tell you something amusing.
amusing for whom?
Well, for you, I suppose. I don't know if it will be amusing for you, but mm,
Well,
if you hate Sabat, I suppose it would be amusing.
let's give it a try then. What the hell?
Let's see. If I ever to do harm to anyone in this ivory tower, you can simply tie me up or something and go tell Astabat that you have me and you can draw out more big people in the Sabat.
You think it would be a good idea for me
So
to
you can.
go and talk to the Sabbat?
No, no, the point is you can kill two birds with one stone if I ever do something
Hmm.
terrible.
I'll keep that in
You get to
mind.
kill me and you get to kill some other people in the Sabbat. That would make me very happy if I were to die being used as bait, especially if it's against the lasombra,
You are a
and especially
very
so for the
odd
Trinity.
man.
I keep hearing that a lot in the city.
Well, if you're acting as odd, that's the reason why. So,
Ah, I suppose.
I'm wondering what
Still,
did they do to you to hate them so much? They were your own people after all.
ah, maybe you will learn
And they've been
someday.
doing atrocities for centuries now, so
I really don't care about that, to be honest.
yeah, that much is evident.
Ah, let's just say it is involved with the city of Mexico, the lovely city of Mexico.
Mhm. So it's a personal matter then, not a moral one, as I suspected.
Who cares about morality?
I do,
Well,
and
good for
many
you.
others.
Good for them.
Well, you'll do well to keep that in mind while you're around here.
I've learned that people usually just use each other. No matter what, you just use them and you let them use you back. Makes things go much more simpler. But in here, in your ivory tower, you have to make friends, you have to uh, socialize, I suppose.
Well, if you don't, when you need help, you'll be
It's quite
alone.
difficult.
And being
Mm,
alone usually results in not very good things.
eh, that is true,
After all,
in a way.
we were once humans, and humans are a social species. We're not any different. We just live longer and we drink blood. That doesn't mean we're that much different from them.
Uh, For some reason, I find that very amusing.
Yes, I noticed. I don't.
Uh, I've been taught to, uh, would you say this? Hold on to, I suppose, humanity here. He air quotes as little as I can, but still hold on to it because it will help dealing with them. I suppose it did help in a way.
Are you saying that you see humanity as a hindrance?
No, I never said that.
You said you hold on to it, you
I
don't
would
like
just
holding on to it, you just do it for personal gain, I
lessons.
suppose.
It is a lesson, I suppose.
Well, for
Eh,
some people, myself included, it's a lot more important than that. And let's just leave it at that.
mm. Ah,
The phone will ring, by the
I'm
way,
really.
and you will
Mhm,
see a young, like late 20s woman, blonde with, business casual attire, rushing and coming towards our table.
mhm,
Alex will get up and approach her. She won't let her come to the table. We'll take him up, give her a
mhm.
hug, and see her off. And she will come back and put the map on the table.
Ah, he will smile like not a grin, just a regular smile, I suppose, and say, "Thank you. Now I will not be lost."
Indeed.
Uh,
So have fun with that. I will be seeing you. And she will get up and
Goodbye,
just
Miss
walk away.
Diamond. He's just going to smoke in that booth and contemplate.
On his life choices. Anyway, that will be all. Thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. This has been another scene of Unmasked Orlando. See you next time.